Jan, and I'm here to tell you about a centerpiece, Christmas centerpiece I'm going to make for one of my dining room tables. And I want to tell you that this is for my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and whoever else wants to listen. I wanted to tell you first about my apron. Two of my granddaughters made this for me a couple years ago for Christmas, Katie and Emily, and I thought it was really nice. And I kind of like to wear an apron. I like to wear an apron when I cook, and also like when I do flowers and stuff. But the funny part is I have a whole drawer of aprons in my closet, and when my family's here at Christmas and Thanksgiving and any other time, my granddaughters especially, they all want an apron to wear because we all work in the kitchen making something, and it's just really fun because they always want one of my aprons. I even have a couple of my mom's aprons, and the girls use those too. So it's kind of nice. But I wanted to tell you about my containers here that I'm going to use tonight. I'm going to use this low container, and I have the green flower foam in it, the wet, the moist. And also, probably I will make a, not tonight, but I will make an arrangement in this one and make a higher arrangement. When you're making a table arrangement, you don't want it so high that you can't see over it. Now, if you're making a really nice arrangement for the middle of your table, you can take it off when you have company and eat at the table because you can't see over it. But I think it's nice sometimes to have a real high. I like the big, I call them blousey arrangements. But I'll probably make one in this for one of my tables, but and then take it off at when we eat, and have something else on there. So I'm making this one, and I've got this green tape to hold the foam in place, as you can see, and I'm going to put another one over the side. I can get this open here, and I'm getting low on my tape. But this, I've got some clear tape too, but it doesn't hold as nice as this green. The green holds, it's better. It holds more. So I'll put that over there. First of all, I have for the base, I went outside, and it's very cold outside. It's in the 20s, and it's been freezing, and I picked some euonymus, which is still okay. Usually I can use it until Christmas time, and so I picked some of it. It's not great, but it's going to be okay for base. And then I have some boxwood I picked. I've got a couple of big boxwoods out to the south end of my property, and I keep those more or less just to cut for arrangements. And I had to go down low to get the boxwood to be real nice, because on the top it didn't look so good because it's very cold. Then I've got some cedar here, some real nice cedar that I got at my friend Roby Bales. She has a flower shop in a little town called Michigan Town, Indiana. And it's a wonderful little place. She's got all kinds of gifts, and she has trees and wreaths and everything, and in the summer she's got plants and things. So she had extra, she was selling extra. This is a type of a cedar, and as you see, it's got the little yellow berries. It's really pretty, I think. And then, of course, I went to Trader Joe's and got some eucalyptus, seeded eucalyptus, which I love, my favorite. And then I got some, this is called Silver Dollar eucalyptus, and I got some of it. It really looks nice too. So, and then I got some flowers too to put in the arrangement. But first I like to do the greenery, because it's kind of a base, and then you add your flowers in. Because I don't really have a basic flower with these flowers, but they're flowers from Trader Joe's. It's a nice bouquet, and I thought, we'll just use that. So, here we go. Back there. And I'm going to try to get a good little base with this euonymus. we'll see here. I like long arrangements. So you got to just kind of work with what you have. I'm going to push these up here. Whoops. And then I put this white cloth on my bar here because then things will show up better, I thought. So you don't want to get them too big on the side because you don't want them sticking out so far that they touch somebody's plate. There's a nice piece. I just kind of go around and stick in, and like I said, these aren't the greatest, but hey, they're going to work. And if you got any little extra pieces, you save them because you can stick them in, fill in. See, that's a nice one there. There we go. I was thinking about my mom a while ago when I was talking about the arrangement, and my mom, well, we lived kind of a simple life, but my mom, she had a talent but didn't know she had it. She could arrange flowers, but basically she would do tulips and lilacs in the spring. Seemed like the tulips and lilacs always bloomed about the same time, and she always made really nice arrangements with the tulips and the lilacs. And then just in the summer, you know, zinnias and different flowers. But I don't remember her really making Christmas arrangements. But that was probably because you had to buy stuff. And we didn't have a lot of bushes like that you would probably go out. Although you can put anything in them. You can go out to your dry weeds and get weeds and put in them. I could do a dried arrangement, you know. And if you wanted, you could stick some dried botanicals in with these. That would work fine. Actually, it would work great. I've done it before. But this, I kind of wanted to use all real stuff. But I went to get magnolia leaves, but they didn't have any at Trader Joe's. And they did 3 weeks ago. And they had earlier because I had gotten some when I was doing my arrangements for the art show. Now, this is some boxwood here, and I'm going to just kind of slice it up a little bit because it needs to get a little water. I was kind of saying, and this bowl is kind of nice because you can put water in there and it'll drink it. Whereas you get something real flat, it's not as easy to water. But what I'll do after this, if I'm going to try to save it for Christmas, but what I'll do is take it out in my garage because it's cold out there, and I'll put it on the stand out there, and I think it'll be fine. Maybe the flowers, maybe the roses won't be, but I'll have to replace them, but that's all right. It's okay. See, boxwood is kind of flat on one side and like on the other, and toward the winter, it does get a real dark green. So we'll just go ahead here and we'll get these boxwoods in, but know how you all do your arrangements, but this is how I do mine. I like to do the greenery first and then add the flowers. Since I can just go out in my yard and get these, it's not too bad. But we'll see here. I didn't this fall when I was getting dried flowers and stuff. I saw some teasel down the road, and I never did stop and get it because there was always a car behind me, and it was really nice. Actually, it's still there. I still was thinking the other day I could still stop and get that. But we'll see. I don't want to get hit with a car. Wouldn't be too good. I'm putting quite a bit of boxwood in here because I want it to be full. And I can always fill in with some more boxwood. Okay, I think I'm going to put a little bit of cedar in. I've got some nice pieces here. Look at that. Just flowing over. Now you can go like this and put it like this. And it'll, I say, flop over. Like that. Now, when I take these little pieces off, I save them because you can stick them in to fill in. Don't throw them away. As my great-grandmother would always say, waste not, want not. She was quite a lady. She had originally planted all the tulips on the farm, and she had planted a lot of them. She also had a beautiful white rose bush behind what we called it was the smokehouse. And I tried to start a flower off of it once, but it didn't work. Then I don't know what the name of it was, and I don't know that she did either, but somehow it disappeared and never got a start or a name of it, but I keep looking to see. But what you can do with the rose bushes, if you remember what the rose looks like, you can always get maybe a newer rose that looks like it, and then that would kind of be satisfying for me. That's what I'm trying to find, is a rose that looked like the rose behind the smokehouse. We had a smokehouse, and we never smoked hams, but my great-grandparents did. And to this day, you can go in that smokehouse and you can just get a little wisp of the smell of smoke, the smoked hams. They had smoked hams hanging in there. I mean, and I'm telling you, they were good. They were good. In fact, if you went over there for breakfast or something, you always had fried ham. And it was good. Fried ham and eggs and fried potatoes. And you know, they lived to be in their 90s. So, didn't hurt them. We always had eggs from the chickens. Let's put this piece in here. Now this is a little bit different piece of cedar. I don't know why I don't have more of that. Maybe a little bit. We'll see here. Just little pieces. I don't like something real flat, so as you might notice. container is actually a false bowl, and I got it at Goodwill before my granddaughter's wedding, Labor Day weekend. I was looking for something because I had to make a big arrangement for the altar, and it ended up being really pretty because I had lots of greenery, and then I had white lilies and roses. She wanted white roses, and it ended up being really pretty. Okay, well, let's put a little seeded eucalyptus in here. Now this is pretty much, I don't know, we'll see here. I don't know if it could be a centerpiece because it's pretty small. And might just have to go like this. Now, I'm not going to put any candles in this because I'm going to have candle holders all over. But sometimes you can stick candles in them if you want. And I have done that, but I do like lots of candle holders, of course. This is almost just too short to just put little pieces maybe, but I'm going to stick this about here just to fill in. The seeded looks so pretty. We'll see here. Like this. I almost think we should be playing Christmas carols, CJ. I went to praise team this evening and we were singing our song for Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas, and the day after Christmas we're singing Mary Did You Know, which is probably one of my favorites of all time. And then our Christmas Eve song special that we're going to sing is, I call it the Shrek song. It's Hallelujah, and I love it. It's beautiful. And it's a fun piece to sing. Okay, well, I've got silver dollar here, but what I'm going to do is I think put some flowers in here. Put this over here, and then I can add more. I think I need more on the sides. Yeah, I'm gonna let's just stick this in here. Just get the different textures. Now, when you say silver dollar, it's not going to have silver dollars in it. But you got to get it in that foam there. There we go. So that it shows up. So there we go. We'll see here. Okay. Now this arrangement only had one hydrangea, which absolutely I love. Now, keeping this in the garage, it might stay for 5 days or so. But if a hydrangea, if it starts to crinkle up, you take it out. You get a cup of real hot water, not boiling, but real hot. Stick it down in there and make sure you got a clip in there so it'll absorb it. And within probably a couple hours, it'll all be back out like this. But I've done them and it's worked, and then they've crinkled again, and I've tried them, but second or third time doesn't. They don't like. I'll leave those 2 leaves on there. I think I'm going to kind of put this in the center. We'll see here. I love this color. And if I see some more hydrangeas this color toward Christmas, I will get them. That's all we have for this episode, and it's going to be in a 2-part, and then we'll show you the final arrangement. And don't forget to subscribe. Just push on the button.